putting an end to identity politics. This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Kevin Jackson here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show. So there were a group of college kids, and they met, typical college amphitheater type arrangement. And the bunch of them wearing MAGA hats went in and shouted down the leftist snowflakes that were putting on some sort of a seminar. So I want to play the clip. You have to know that going in because it's pretty much unintelligible except for one part. Now, I want you to understand there are hundreds of students in this thing, and probably 30 of them are all sitting in 2 rows, center stage, about, 15 feet back, say 8 rows, 10 rows back, and they're shouting down these leftist snowflakes. So here's the clip.
Other country other than this country, he is American as any of us, as you or I, and it is our job to give them the education that they deserve and the resources that they deserve.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. So, again, couldn't understand the beginning part of it. The leftist snowflakes are making a point. But eventually, the America First, you can hear Americans First crowd begins to take over and disrupts it. Now, the beautiful thing here, however you want to look at it, is that you've got these kids who probably would never have thought to do something like that in the time of Obama. I can't recall a single incident where something like that occurred in the time of Barack Obama. Now, check with Charlie Kirk and his organization or Campus Reform, and maybe I'm wrong. But the majority of the 8 years of Barack Obama, we lost amazing ground, certainly the first 4 years. I think a resurgence occurred in the second 4 years when leftist kids started to go, you know what? This isn't working out. My brothers and sisters and friends have graduated and they don't have jobs. And so they started to make a transition. Now, as much as you hear about Antifa and all these other kids and stuff that are happening at colleges around the country, this is the type of thing that I think you're going to start to see more of. And as I said in the previous segment, ask yourself, why is this occurring? Ask yourself very simple questions. Look, folks, I'm no genius at this stuff. If Barack Obama were still president, do you believe that we would have a lot of these things happening? Do you believe that you'd be feeling the way you're feeling about America right now? Do you believe that these kids would feel empowered enough to go and start disrupting leftist events in college? This is, and by the way, they didn't do anything. They didn't threaten anybody. This isn't Antifa. This is a group of kids saying, we're going to start speaking up for ourselves. We're no longer going to let these colleges dominate with this stupid thought. And that's exactly what they've done. I could not be more proud. And I also want to play another clip. And this is a kid. His name is Naweed Tamas. He's an Indian kid. And he's talking about what happens, how he's being targeted by Antifa at his campus at Berkeley, that the college is doing nothing about it. But he's saying, I don't even care. He's like, they're not going to stop me. So here's the clip.
It's become socially acceptable at UC Berkeley for conservatives to be physically beaten, chased, and stalked. Just recently, Antifa actually had Campus Reform actually had an article about Antifa stalking me when I was grabbing dinner with friends. They posted my information online and my location to their 6,000 followers and attempted to plot against me. It's become so absurd that they're even protesting me having dinner. But with every attack, it shows the left is clearly desperate. Conservative students are saying enough is enough, and we are fighting back against them. We are breaking the shackles of leftist control over our university that for too long have robbed students from the opportunity of hearing a different perspective on campus. We're not going to be intimidated by their attacks. We're going to keep on fighting.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. I don't know. Did you hear that and start to smile a little bit? This is a kid. This is not some big Brutus-looking Indian kid. This is a typical college kid going, hey, enough is enough. And he's telling you what's happening on these campuses. See, you know what you hear on campus? Oh, the students, man, they're rallying. The number of kids who participate in Occupy Wall Street or in Antifa or whatever is a minority of the students. The even at Berkeley, the majority of students, I won't say overwhelming, but the overwhelming majority of students on normal campuses, they don't like Antifa. They hate this stupid idea that millennials are considered snowflakes and on and on. These are kids that want an education and they want an opportunity. Now, let's think about Obama and what happened with college kids. College kids in 2008 could not have been more energetic for the political process than at any time in the history of this nation. Anybody disagree? You guys agree? I mean, you guys were in college at that time probably. So at that time, I know for a fact, I know what my son was at Wharton, and he was telling me, holy cow, Dad, people are goo-goo gaga over Barack Obama. It's crazy how much. So he worked the campaign just to see, to get a feel for it. He goes, the energy around this thing is unbelievable. He goes, Dad, I'm telling you right now, this dude's winning. And I knew it too. So fast forward 4 years, and we had the conversation, and he goes, the movement's gone. He's at Wharton now, and it's no Berkeley, but he's like, the movement's gone. Nobody cares about the guy. Now I want you to think about the opposite. I want you to think about Donald Trump. College kids were, let's just say, lukewarm. They certainly didn't hate him. It wasn't what the media was portraying. I think a lot of college kids voted for Trump. They abandoned Bernie, saw where Bernie got burnt, and he liked it. Bernie liked being burnt. He's a masochist. So he gets burnt. They transfer the vote to Trump, but it's lukewarm, right? Over this year, jobs are opening up. These guys are going to work. They're watching their peers now get jobs that they couldn't get under Obama. Good jobs. What do you think's going to happen in the next 3 years? More jobs or less jobs? Good jobs, not? Yes or no? Do you think these companies are going to be looking at internships and so on and so forth, bringing these people? The answer is yes. The short answer is yes. So as the economy improves over 4 years, you've got a whole group of students who've been who still have the muscle memory of Obama, and they're protesting and all that. But you have far more who have said, to heck with Obama. I want a job. I'm in the real world. I'm an adult. I'm now getting married. I got kids coming, blah, blah, blah. And thank God I got a job. I've been living in my grandmother's or my mother's basement or parents' basement for whatever length of time. I can now go back to work. I want you to think about the mentality of that person in 2018, in 2020. So 4 years goes by. Donald Trump's rocking it. People are getting work. The leftist lies. Could you have scripted any better the lies that have been exposed? Could you have scripted a WikiLeaks? Could you have scripted the DNC giving the answers to Hillary Clinton and you finding that out? Could you have scripted that we would start getting information about how crooked Comey was, that we didn't learn everything we were supposed to learn about the Clinton tarmac meeting or Hillary's servers or all the other crooked things that they've done, the bleach bit, the hammering of phones and so on and so forth? And then finally, Harvey Weinstein? Do you think this is going away in the next year? The answer is no, folks. So you got all this stuff lined up. By the time 2020 rolls around, I promise you, more and more will leak out about what the left has done. And you're going to watch Republicans and conservatives win in a landslide. That's what's going to happen. Donald Trump will get reelected in a landslide. He will bring over Latinos, blacks, women, and you name it. He's going to bring every special interest group, for the most part, is going to up the ante and give him at least 5 to 15 more points than they did before. And he's going to crush them. So what do you think's going to happen? And then little by little, his policies will start to take place. And it's your job to back it up. It's your job to get out there, start these businesses, start helping people, start showing that it is not about the government, it is about us. And suddenly, Antifa's gone. And you know what else you better do? You better be prepared to fight back. Because Antifa, who's, by the way, on November 4th says they're going to raise holy heck all over America, Okay, I dare you to come do it where Kevin Jackson lives. I'll put it out on the radio right now. If you're Antifa and you're so bad, look at my schedule. In fact, I know where I'll be on November 4th. I'll be in New York. Come to New York and confront me and watch what happens. Oh, yeah, I got something for you. See, what Antifa's going to learn, folks, is that we're not afraid of them. And that's what the left are learning. And that's what they're afraid of.
He won't stop until he's the top-rated radio talk show host in America.
What kind of weird competitive freak are you?
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.